could be one of the most important trading week of the month. So let's break down the market structure by structure and identify the key areas to watch. So watch me as I analyze the markets. So now I'm starting with this pair GBP USD on the daily time frame. If you notice the previous price action, GBP USD right have been bearish. GBP USD have been bearish. So the last leg of the price action was bearish, which is this point. His last leg was what? Bearish. But now, if you notice, price has come towards a key supply area, a key daily supply zone, and from the look of it, there's a low being swept here. So all in all, our market structure, our bias here is what? Is bearish, but there could be a potential shift in structure to the bullish side, or there could be a short bullish trend. Understand? So going to the 4-hour time frame to get a clearer structure, or to mark out the structure properly. So from the 4-hour time frame, you can notice, in case of this demand area in which price has tapped into, what I was expecting is some sort of a failed swing, whereby price failed to take out this low, a failed swing, and it will break this structure. It's a strong bullish. It should break this high with a strong bullish candle. Then I could consider looking for sales anywhere around here. So that is that about this one. And coming to our current bias now, if you notice, we have a break of structure here. We have a break of structure here. We have another break of structure here. So now, if you notice now, we have what? To mark out our supply zone, since our bias is what? Is bearish. You can notice now there was what? A base around here. After this base formed, and there was now a drop to the downside. After the drop, a base was also formed again, and there was now a drop. So now with this base now, these two bases now, we have two potential supply areas, supply zones to look out for. We have this base at this side. We have the first base. 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 But since this is a break of structure, this could be used as an inducement, but is a very potential area to watch out for. There could be a sweep of this inducement and a potential sell. So just watch out for this. Then we have this supply to watch out for here also. So wherever price give us a valid confirmation, be it here, we sell. Be it here also, we sell. So these are our draw on liquidity for now. Then moving to Euro USD. Basically the same thing applies. Basically the same thing applies. The USD we have what? A break of structure. Going to the daily time frame to see the clearer overview here. On Euro USD2 is the same thing as GBP USD. So there is no need for much explanation here. We have a sweep here, so indicating a potential bullish shift to the upside. Then going to the current bias, we have a base here. That's a supply here. We have a base here to watch as well. We also have what's a base here to watch as well. So the same applies. Whichever one gives us the valid confirmation, we go with it. Coming to USD JPY, I already have a point I marked. On USD JPY, on the daily time frame, you can see on the daily time frame, price has been what? Price has been bullish. Price has been bullish. So going to the forward time frame for a clearer structure. For a clearer structure, I have this break of structure. This is the recent break of structure that happened. So now, after the break of structure, we have this inducement. We have these inducements. So we have this potential supply here to watch out for. Potential demand, sorry, to watch out for. So confirmation, highly needed. It's necessary. It's necessary because yeah, liquidity is sitting below here. A lot of liquidity sitting below this level. But wait here. Confirmation is necessary. So even if I should mark my invalidation points, here will serve as where my invalidation will be. This low that caused the break of structure. Then I will know that my bias was wrong. But this is the zone I will look out for. This is the zone. But if price did not respect this zone and give us some sort of 4-hour change of character around this area to the upside, then you can still take the buy. Then going to the GBP JPY. On the daily time frame, as you can see on GBP JPY on the daily time frame, We have this daily BOS, daily break of structure. Price reacted from this demand and has been pushing up for a long time. But now the last leg of the daily structure was bearish, and it was as a result of what? This daily demand, this daily supply, sorry. So now going to the forward time frame to have a clearer structure. In essence, from this, our bias here is what? Our bias is bearish. So I have this. This was a liquidity sweep. Our bias is bearish. So there was a supply here, which price used that pushed the price down. So our bias is what? Is bearish. Thereby we have this break of structure here. So I should look for any buy. Will be around this level if price gives us a solid reaction here. We'll wait, but for now, let's see. We have what? We have a rally, we have a base and a drop. We have a base and a drop. So watch out for this supply, and also watching out for this supply here also. In essence, this supply cover up for everyone. So work with these two supply here. Confirmation is necessary. So our bias on GBP JPY what? It's bearish. On gold, let's take this thing out. On gold, as you can see, price reacting. On the daily time frame, you know that yes, we are bearish here. On gold, we are bearish from the daily time frame. On the 4-hour, you can see the structure already confirmed it. We are bearish with a liquidity sweep after price sweep. Took out after price swept liquidity twice. After sweeping this high, it still swept this high before dropping. So we have some sort of rally here. some sort of base, sorry. Then we now have this drop. As you can see, price has been crawling downward. There is no strong push to the downside, so there could be a potential buy, but overall here is our draw on liquidity. Since that's what the structure is telling us, there is a draw on liquidity. Can call this a sweep. So there is a potential draw on liquidity. So let's target there. I'll draw on liquidity. So let's go to the 1 hour to know if we'll see any value point of interest. This structure is weak, but here I have what's some sort of break of structure. There's this zone. You have this supply here. The 1 hour drop, base drop. Also have the supply here. So just watch out for these two zones to know if we get any reaction on the 5 minutes time frame. Any reaction, any sweep. So this zone, but there is no strong momentum on this zone. There is no strong push to the downside. So, well, let's see what price tells us when it gets to those areas. On BTC, I'm waiting for this demand. So on the daily time frame, let's go to the weekly time frame on BTC. You can see there's a sweep on the weekly time frame on BTC, a potential sweep, sorry, a valid sweep I mean to say, on the weekly time frame. Coming to the daily, you can see this structure that BTC gave us after sweeping, it can fail to break below and move high. So in essence, be watching for this 4-hour demand here. 4-hour demand, some sort of reaction is needed before pushing upwards. This is our draw on liquidity. This was a counter trend trade. So when I took this trade, I got up to, I was already up to 4RR, but due to it's a counter trade and it was during the weekend, so I had to set break even. So overall it hit stop loss, but on paper, let me say on so I got a break even. So the trade was a break even trade, but on paper it was a stop loss, so the trade took me out. So that is that about BTC. Let's watch. The demand could still be potential. Demand is still potential since price is still reacting from that demand. So overall, this way I'll be waiting for BTC. Expecting some sort of reaction here. targets this up here, or any internal range liquidity. NZD-USD2. NZD-USD have been pushing down, So I think I'll stop here with this video. This video is already getting long, or I should just keep going. Well, let's go. Waiting for this daily supply. The price is already reacting from this daily supply. This supply here. Or let me mark this supply properly. Let me mark the order block in this supply here. So let's say we'll be waiting for price to see price reaction here. But either way, we have been bearish. If you look, we have been bearish on the daily time frame. So our bias is what? Our bias is what? Bias is bearish. So we have been selling. NZUSD have been selling. So naturally, our drawn liquidity will be this low. This previous day low. That will be our drawn liquidity. Going on forward for clearer structure. You can see price reacted from this supply and broke the structure down. So we broke the structure down. So in essence, this was where what our supply. To identify our supply, we have to look for what? In the case of a bearish trend, we have to look for what? A base drop base. So now, as you can see, there's a base here around this level. This was a base before the drop. So we have already identified our supply here. So strategically, this will be our supply here. So we'll use this order block as our supply level. I will want to use this order block as our supply level. Or you can mark this whole region as a supply if you choose to. But I'll be using this one. So in essence, it seems, wait for reaction here. Any reaction, with confirmation. Any reaction will take this trade here. Next DJPY. NZDJPY, we are still bullish here. Because price is still reacting from this supply, from this demand level here. Price is still reacting from this demand level here. So unless that demand is being broken, you can consider this the trend change to bearish. So in essence, we're still waiting to see the reaction price gives. So nothing on NZD-US, NZD-JPY. CAD JPY, let's see CAD JPY, let's see. CAD JPY has been dropping. CAD JPY has been dropping. CAD JPY has been dropping. Let's see, so this internal supply. This internal supply did held, so it pushed price downward, going to the forward time frame to get. So in essence, our bias on CAD JPY is what is bearish. So going to the forward time frame, you can see a series of higher highs, higher low, higher highs, higher low. Sorry, series of lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower highs are being printed on this. So we have this break of structure. This is the most recent break of structure. The most recent break of structure. And as you can see, after the break of structure, this base drop. So here was our supply. This last candle before the impulse moved downward, that's our supply. Price reacted from it and dropped, so it has cleared by a sell side liquidity. Sell side liquidity was taken. Sorry. Since we are still bearish, we are still bearish. We are still bearish. Let's go to the 1 hour to know if we get any clearer structure. Still bearish. Let's see. Watching out for, but this candle before the close, this momentum is too strong. It's too strong. It's too strong. If this supply did not hold, then there is no trade on this. There is no trade on this. Going to CAD JPY. CAD JPY from it, you can already see that we are bullish here. CAD JPY, after tapping to this supply, after tapping to this demand, price has been pushing upward with this daily break of structure to the upside. They are coming to the 4 hour. CAD JPY coming to the 4 hour. So price has taken liquidity and is pushing to the upside. Price has indeed taken liquidity and is now pushing to the upside. Going to the 1 hour to know to see a structure. Here we can join in. Yes. So we have this. So we have this break of structure in this zone. After this break of structure, we have this. That is break of structure. We have this change of character. So in essence, I'm watching out for this supply, this 1 hour supply here. I'm watching out for this 1 hour supply. So it depends on how price reacts from this supply. I will not take it by here to the upside. Our card, USD card, price has been bullish. Price has been bullish. So going to the 4 hour time frame to get a structure, a clear structure. So this was where the last break of structure occurred. So the base before the rally. Here was the base before the rally. So in essence, this whole area will be used as my supply. So I have to wait here. Because what's here? Let's see. That is break of structure. So price didn't get to this supply. So this was last week outlook. So let's forget about this. So this was it. So we'll be waiting here. We'll be waiting here on GBP. Waiting here on GBP. So this is GR40. As you can see, we have been waiting for a very long time. Even before I took this buy, before I took this sell here, I've already marked out this area of interest. But as you can see, price ignored it. Price ignored it. Price ignored it. So there's a possibility. Well, let's see what the daily is telling us first. From the daily time frame, I think this is our draw on liquidity here. That's what I'm seeing here on the daily time frame, because we have this break of structure to the upside. This is our draw on liquidity. You can see price has been going bullish on the daily time frame on German 40. So what do you expect? Going to the 4 hour. Going to the 4 hour, you can see this was where the change of character occurred. Change of character occurred after taking what? This liquidity. They didn't get into our zone, took out this liquidity, and is moving upward. So let me just mark this supply here. After this change of character, okay, there was a break of structure here also. So let's see. Let's see how price reacts here. So our buyers here is what? On German 40 is bullish. Think the same thing on German 30. The same thing on German 30. The same thing on German 30. Our buyers, the same thing. Same analysis on German 30. Same analysis on German 30. We're watching out for this. We're watching a structural chord here too. A break of structure. A break of structure. Followed by this recent what? Break of structure. So what we'll be looking out for is this daily. What we'll be looking out for now is this daily demand. Focus on this daily demand. Going to the 4 hour to know if we can refine the demand. Okay, there's no refinement for the demand. The demand still stands, but as you can see, we have what? After the break of structure, we have what? After this base, there was a rally to the upside. Then another base formed, a rally to the upside. So there is also another potential demand here. So we'll be waiting for price here and see the reaction. So we have this. We have this. On as 100, on as 100 on the 4 hours time frame, on the daily time frame, you can see we have been bullish. So after this sweep, after this daily low sweep, after this liquidity sweep, daily low sweep on as 100 on the 4 hour on the daily time frame, after the sweep of this low that causes break of structure, going to the 4 hour time frame to get a clearer overview of what happened after the sweep. After the sweep, what you can see happened was what? After the sweep, price came up, failed and created a failed swing. After creating a failed swing, price broke structure to the upside. So this structure to the upside, our price broke, price came, created liquidity and pushed up. So what I will expect now, I will be expecting for price to come here, react from this zone and push upward. So on our daily, on NAS 400, on NAS 100, sorry, on NAS 100, our bias is what? On NAS 100, NAS 100, my bias, let's see, if price would do us the mercy of coming down to our demand zone, this will be our draw on liquidity. So this is what I expect from this. US oil, the analysis here is obvious on US oil, so I won't say much on this. We have a break of structure to the downside, we have a break of structure to the downside, rally, drop, rally. So these are our supply. You can see price came and tapped into this overall supply and pushed down, but this supply is still a potential one, because on the daily time frame, that's what I see. The rally is still potential, so tag this as what? Let's take out this overall one. So what I'll tag this one is as liquidity, because this was a spike during the news hours, I guess. So let's see. Price give us a nice reaction here. We sell to the downside. So this is my draw on liquidity.
Good.
Is my draw on liquidity. And that will be all for this video. Subscribe for more video like this. See you in my next video.